Did an inspection at the eastbound scale house in Arkansas. I think it's near Hope. They pulled me in. I had a blown tire on my trailer. It's kind of crazy because normally if I blow a trailer tire, because they're all hooked up to auto inflation, I'll start noticing my air dropping quick. So I don't know if there's like some kind of check valve in that thing that shut off the air automatically. I mean, it should be dumping a ton of air out, but it's not. So I don't know. We'll see what she finds. I mean, I know she's going to fail me for the tire. Possibly an ABS light. ABS light I can fix. I already called a wrecker service to come throw a tire on. Got the spare out there waiting on them already. Yeah, my ABS started, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. It'll go off and then, the ABS light will come on for the trailer. Unplug it, plug it back in, roll forward like 5 feet, it goes away. She said she's going to do a level 2. She wanted all my paperwork though. I don't know why this guy's, he just failed an inspection next to me and he backed all the way out. I don't know if he didn't think he could. It's a pretty tight area here for trucks to leave. But he was 2 spaces over. I figured he could still make that corner. Well, I guess it's good and bad. Some brokers they won't work with anybody. Well, now it does seem to be dumping some air. This is a wrecker service from there.
Your lights are on?
Yeah, Do you want me to turn the flashers on? Or?
I'll tell you when. I'm gonna go to the front of your truck. We're going to do high beam,
okay.
Each turn signal, hazards, windshield wipers with wash foot, and then a horn.
Okay, perfect.
Once I make my way around your truck, we're gonna add in brake. All
okay.
Right? Watch your leg there.
Done with everything except for the tires on the passenger side. That guy got out of here quick. He was ready to replace it before she even started the inspection. It's down to, I've still got the trailer brakes released. It's down to like 94, because that auto inflation, I think it was dumping a little bit of air.
Okay, but
Yeah, it's a,
Alright.
yeah.
I have a chalk block under you, so you're not going to go anywhere, okay?
Okay.
Press in your red and your yellow valve, please.
Okay.
They're both pressed in?
Yep.
Alright, go ahead and come down here.
Okay.
Build your air pressure back up. Once it's built back up enough, hold on, I forgot to work on it.
Got my first out of service violation. She rang me up for, where is it? Whatever that code is right there. Apparently a flat tire is out of service, which I appreciate her finding it. She wasn't doing an inspection. Apparently their scales just detected it or something as I was rolling across. So I've had Oklahoma do the same thing, but I didn't get any inspection or even a ticket. They just sent me on my way. They just said they wanted me to be aware of it. But this one was flat, and the guy that did that replaced the tire, he told me that the auto inflation hose was loose. It wasn't connected, or it was connected, but it just wasn't tight on there. It was probably the most efficient scenario for getting out of service, getting a tire replaced, getting back in service. I mean, I think I'd have to look at it, but probably an hour. That guy showed up before she even started the inspection. So she came around, got my paperwork and everything, and then I asked her if I could go and get a tire guy over there, and she said that was fine, but don't let him change the tire because she's going to do a level 2 inspection. Well, that guy showed up real quick, and she hadn't even started the inspection, so I had to go back and tell him, like, you can put all you can get it jacked up, but don't change the tire yet. So it wasn't too bad. I guess it was kind of good because now the brokers can see an inspection in the system. I can see I got hit with an out of service. Some of them required two inspections, which is kind of crazy. Even requiring one inspection is kind of crazy because you cannot voluntarily ask for it. I asked the Texas DOT officer about this. I said, some brokers are requiring us to have inspections before we can haul their loads. And I asked him if we could just come in and just do a voluntary inspection. He said no. I asked her. She said no, don't do that. She said it doesn't hurt to come in and ask, but they're just going to tell you no. So anyways, I need to go look at this tire and see what's going on back there. Well, that's what we're hauling. Just a single cable reel. And actually my ABS light was on when she did the inspection, but she didn't fail me for it. Kind of wondering if this auto inflation is working at all. Ah, crap. Get 2 of them. know. If it was loose, it's not loose anymore. The Longhorn Grill, it's like the state line. I stop here pretty much every time on this route. It just happens to be where I end up. But going back up to Iowa City to the utility company up there. So we'll deliver these, or deliver this one Monday, and then I'm trying to get some more of those John Deere skid steers or some other equipment out of that place. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, these are some of the fastest unloads. Pull 3 chains off, 1 pick, and you're out of here. Just a few hours later. Supposed to be picking up a telehandler. This is a Tomwa, something like that in Iowa. It is less than 100 miles away. This is like this place where I'm picking up is like guarded by the downtown district. There's really no other way to get in here. Or not coming from the direction I was coming in from. And I did see a sign that said no engine brakes when I first turned onto this road, so I'm guessing trucks come down here. Looks like some truck's mirror bent that stop sign back there.
The destination is on your left. Arrived.
Gotta figure out a way to get turned around in here. Get backed up to this dock. Yeah, definitely gonna need some boots on. We can get in, we can find a way to get out. Hopefully we don't have to get pulled out though in this stuff. This would be a bad place to come to a stop. Plenty of room. I don't even know what I was worried about. done these a few times before? Yeah. Yeah, just bring it up as far to the front as you can. Yep. You back up about a half an inch. There you go. Appreciate it. Just got her taut down, so threw a strap over the forks up there just for DOT purposes. There's really only four tie down points, and you can't do anything over the top of those hydraulics up there. But she's really too heavy for just a 4-point tie down. But the guy that loaded me, he said everybody leaves with 4 on there. He said some guys will throw a strap for the 5th. We're about to get on the road.
3/4 of a mile, turn right onto State Highway 149 South.
Our drives are like 33 and some change. Probably should have had a little further back. Or I should have checked it when he was loading it. I mean, the back of that thing's still back there towards the center point. Siri's telling me there's
half a mile, turn right onto State Highway 149 South.
Yeah, that goes right back out to the main highway. So maybe we won't have to go through downtown.
Turn right onto State Highway 149 South.
Dang, that is pretty tight. Top of that curve back there. Come on, Iowa. I mean, you can see all that area where the trucks have drug our tires. It'd be nice if they just carved that out and threw some concrete down.
Turn right.
Run this all the way over to 35, I-35 South. Head down to Kansas City.
For about 48 miles, continue straight.
And hopefully I can find the gloves. Pretty filthy. The weatherman said there's a tornado here. It's coming down pretty good. In Wellsville, Kansas. I don't know if y'all can see the parking lot, but it's like a river. That guy's getting back out on the road. He ain't gonna let a little rain stop him. see the wind. You see it blowing across the top of the Crete dry van. He changed his mind. It's probably a smart choice. Well, blew another tire this morning. Took the mud flap with it too. That's one thing that sucks about these like welded on mud flap hangers. I mean, they're sturdier, but what if a tire blows and it does that? Well, I mean, I guess it's possible to bend it back into place, but not really with anything I got out here on the road with me. I'm probably just gonna get a new one welded on. But yep, 5 a.m. this morning too, running through Kansas. I made it out to Tucumcari. I'm at the Loves waiting to get them to throw this tire on. I've been driving slower, but overnight before the sun comes up, I will normally run them a little faster. And it was only like, it was 70 degrees. So I normally don't have problems with them till, you know, like noon, between noon and 6 or 7 p.m. in the summertime, normally when I start blowing them. But I guess that's one extra benefit of the third axle, is you could just lift it up and keep rolling. I looked up, FMCSA's got a code, or they gave guidance on, you know, if you blow a tire, you can just, if you take the tire off, you can run with it even if the axle's on the ground. So I'm assuming they'd be okay with if the axle's not even touching the ground. I don't think DOT or FMCSA regulates non-load bearing. I mean, this is basically, in my opinion, and I'm sure DOT would argue with me about it, but I think this is not even an axle. This is just a spare tire carrier at this point, and it happens to have a bad tire on it. So I don't know. But some guy asked me in the comments to talk about weight distribution on these trailers. I'm just waiting for him to call me into the shop bay. So I was actually going to talk about it on the last load. I had him position the cable reel further back on the trailer just so I could talk about it. But on this trailer, I've got these container twist locks that kind of sit at a midpoint. I normally will position stuff like slightly ahead. I'm always trying to get more weight up front. And so this is not a really great example because it's got 4 points of contact on it. But you can see how it's sitting in front of the midpoint. If I had and I don't haul heavy, like concentrated coils or anything like that, but if I did, I would drop it down, you know, somewhere right here where the midpoint of where the two 20-foot containers would come together, or the center of a 40-foot container. That keeps it simple. But I always, and I know a lot of guys will try to move weight back just because you got more, if you're running a spread, you got 40 on the back. But I hate the way the trailer pulls with, I've got extra weight on the trailer and less on the drive, so I'm always trying to get more weight up on the drives. And normally I'm not right around 80. I'm normally either, you know, overweight, or I don't haul a lot of real heavy loads. So, and if I do, I'm normally permitted. But still got about 425 miles to go to make delivery, but she's riding good. The guy that loaded this, he said these are his favorite machines because all four of the wheels articulate, or, you know, everything articulates. So he said they're real easy to maneuver around. We actually did have to reposition it on the trailer after he got it on here the first time because I was overhanging on the other side. But he was able to scoot this thing over towards the driver's side and barely used any of the trailer deck space. So these things are pretty nice. I'm sure they're expensive too. just got empty. I was meaning to film the unload. I mean, it's pretty boring. Same thing. Took like 2 seconds to get unloaded. But I was all flustered because they sent me to the wrong. They sent me to the wrong address. Silver City's pretty nice. It's up in the mountains. And it sucks taking off on a steep incline. But so this place we delivered to, they mostly are getting steel deliveries. They're building the border wall fencing. So I said, well, I guess y'all have an unlimited supply of work ahead of you. And he said, well, maybe for the next 3 years. Guess I know who they're voting for. Or who they voted for.
Turn right onto Turner Road. Then take the first right onto Highway 180 West. Turn right onto Highway 180 West. Then take the first left onto Truck Bypass Road.
The place I pulled into is right up here. It looked like I thought I was delivering to a coffee shop or something. It's like looks like a little farmhouse.
In about 2 miles, turn right onto State Road 90 West.
Yeah, there's this place right there to the right. I wish they would have given me the right address because that was really not a fun turn to make in and out of there. I'm pretty sure my bumper was dragging. I mean, not that it was a real sharp turn, but just because of the grade. It was a big change. And the thing was going like straight uphill. But we're going to pick up a load of hospital beds, toolboxes, and drilling equipment. It's probably the most random load I've ever had. And they said the hospital beds don't even have to be tarped. So they're just old. This is like an old junk military load. So, and we actually got 2 picks. We got a pick up in Tucson at whatever that. I've never been to that base before. And then another one in Colorado. I don't think I've been to either one of these bases. I might have been to the one in Colorado. But they said it'd be quick and light. So I'm trying to grab the Tucson tomorrow, and then Colorado, try to pick it up to Friday, and then deliver in South Dakota Monday. I'm assuming. We didn't even talk about the delivery date, but if it's going to another military base, I might be able to get it off on the weekend. Probably not. I'm gonna keep these people happy. If they got freight out of Tucson, I mean, the rate on this one's, I mean, it is 2 picks and it's going to South Dakota, but it's close to $3.50 a mile. So I'd say probably closer to $3.25. I didn't look at the second stop, but it's kind of on the way, so it's not gonna be too much difference. But 325 coming out of Arizona. Yeah, I can deal with that, and it doesn't like it. They said it's less than 20,000 on the way, so. And I think the drilling equipment is up in Colorado, so this part should be even easier.